Good evening everybody. Going to run a half marathon this evening just to get some mileage in. I'm going to do the volcano circuit. So we're going to run as many times around the volcano as we need to get 21 kilometers in. Should be fun. So you can see we've got Watopia up. It's actually London today, but I'm using something called the World Hack. I don't know if you know about the World Hack. If you use Zwift for riding or running and you want to use a different world to the one that is scheduled, you can go into Documents, Zwift, open up Preferences or prefs.xml to file on the computer, prefs.xml, and the last line is a tag end Zwift /Zwift. Just before that you put the tag world and then the number 1 and then the tag end world, and that will get you to Watopia for number 1. Number 2 and number 3 is London. I think it's London Richmond. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, but there's 1, 2 and 3. Worlds 1, 2 and 3 anyway. So we've hacked Zwift and we are on Watopia. So let's get a move on with running 21 kilometers. Put my keyboard somewhere. Start moving. Come on, let's get moving. There's my little man, starts walking. And we need to do my little hack as well to get some camera angles going, so you can see what's going on. Bear with me while I just do that. I've got a little file on my computer which kind of automatically presses the number keys so that we can run around different camera angles without me having to press the buttons. So let's just see if that's working as well. Should be on. So this should change any second now and give me different camera angles. And if it doesn't, then I'll go back out again and have a look. No, it's not changing, is it? Why is it? Sometimes it starts fine, and then other times I have to go into it and restart it. Let's see. It's in the corner here somewhere. There we are. Reload. Is that working now? I can't see the Zwift screen at the moment, so I'll probably have walked a kilometre before I get this working. Oh dear. Pause script. Reload script. It's not working, is it? We'll have run like 2 kilometers before it actually starts. Come on, work. Walk a bit faster. No. Why is it taking so long to get right? I don't know. Honestly. Come on. I wonder if I can run it as an administrator. Yes, run as administrator. There we go. Go. Yes, please. Let's see if it works now. It usually works perfectly fine. I really don't want to have to run all this way without some nice camera angles. Ah, there we are. It's finally decided it's going to work. Good. Well, at least that's working now. Okay. Right, so now we're going to start running. Looks like we're working. Right, so we're turning round. And now we're going to run to the volcano. It's going to take me a while to get into my running form because my legs are very tired from a long day running yesterday. You can see the volcano in the distance there. I can't remember how long it is to the volcano. I think it's a couple of kilometres. You can hear my treadmill squeaking away. I really need to oil it, do something to it. One day I'll save enough money to buy a new treadmill. It's pretty old and knackered, it has to be said. So you can see there are over 2,000 people on Zwift at the moment, but most of those people will be in London on the London course, and there are not really very many people out on Watopia at all today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nearby me, but there's probably about 6 or 7 on the whole island. I would have thought not very many. There you can see at the bottom of the screen, we're going to turn off to the volcano now. So we've got a bridge, or is it underwater? I can't remember if it's a bridge over the top of the water or a bridge under the water. A tunnel under the water. It's that long since I've been across it. Brief shot of the blimp there, the Zwift blimp. So I'm going to go left out of the volcano. Excuse me, look at my phone. If you're watching and you're trying to message me, I can't really look at my text. It's very difficult for me to have messages open and chat open. I need a separate screen so I can see somebody has tried to say something on Mixer. I've got the thing, the audio is open there as well. So I'm sorry that I can't chat at the moment, but I will get that sorted at some point. If anybody does want to talk to me on text, on Mixer or YouTube or Twitch, I will sort that out at some stage, but apologies that I can't do it now. So we've got 2 kilometers done, and just turned onto the volcano circuit, so we're going to just go around the volcano probably 4 times. I can't remember how many. I think it's about a 5k loop, isn't it? Something like that. We'll see. Looks like I might be on my own on the volcano. I have to say, it can be a bit lonely doing the world hack, and I do much prefer being with people, but I did want to run the volcano route today, so I bet I'm the only runner on Watopia tonight though. Oh, there's a cyclist just passing me, so I'm not on my own, not completely. K Martin on the right there, 124 kilometres. He's been out for a while. Guy behind him, Van der Velden, 58 kilometres. And then at the top, Maggie, 127 kilometres. So there's some people doing some mileage today on their bikes. If you haven't seen this before, this is inside the volcano on Watopia. Before the Mayan jungle ruins route was released, which was just a few days ago, this volcano was the last extension to be built in Watopia. You can run right through the volcano, or you can run or cycle right to the top of the volcano and back down here. It's not that big a climb. So you can see a big zero there. That zero means that I haven't completed any laps of the volcano circuit as yet, but hopefully we'll get to 3 or 4 by the time we've finished running. That's 3 kilometres. Just going to start my watch and see if it picks up about the same distance as Zwift is picking up, just for the sake of comparison. I've done that plenty of times before, but just always worth checking and rechecking, making sure that you are getting a sensible distance and it's not way off. It doesn't feel way off. I feel like I'm running at about what Zwift thinks I'm running at. So Maggie's doing one more loop, she says. 128k. then we're going somewhere else. Okay, so she's not finishing riding, she's going to carry on cycling somewhere else. She's done about 80 miles at the moment, 128k, 129k. Yeah, 80 miles that is. Good riding. Well, still seem to be broadcasting. I still seem to be coming through audio wise, so hopefully you can all hear me if you're watching. Very squeaky though, isn't it? A bit loud though, aren't I? Maybe we need to turn down the volume on the computer. Let's do that. Okay, let's just slow right down. I'm just going to lean over and turn the volume down on my microphone. Let's jump off. Go down to about there. Hopefully that's a bit better. So if I speak now, hopefully it's a bit more sensible. Let's see. turn the volume down, so I'm just going to listen and see if it's still too loud or distorting, or in fact if it's gone too quiet. I think that sounds okay. Difference running on Zwift when you're running on the treadmill. If I was just running on the treadmill on my own with no screen, it would be very boring. I have done that. I have run for quite a while on a treadmill, just looking at nothing. But see, looking at that view, that lovely big moon, and the palm trees, it does make a difference. Concentrating, you can look on the left hand side there and you can see my splits, and that makes a difference as well. Just, I know I could have my watch, but so there at the bottom you can see I could turn off and go up to the top of the volcano, but we're actually carrying on. Right, it kind of indicates that we're going left, but that's basically still just around the volcano route, around the volcano circuit. That's the way you would go if you wanted to go right up the spiral round to the top of the volcano. But off we go to complete our first loop of the volcano circuit. Just over halfway around, I think. Well, well over halfway around, I think. my watch has me going a little bit faster than Zwift does. I'm running at 6 minutes and 5 seconds per kilometre. Zwift has me about 15 seconds slower, 10 to 15 seconds slower per kilometre. That's okay. Very interesting that my heart rate is really low, isn't it? Just running at a very steady pace. I'm not even broken into zone 2 of the heart rate at all yet. I'm sure I will by the end of the run, but for the first 40 minutes we've been in zone 1. I don't know if you've noticed, old bottle, new bottle. Actually, so we're coming up to the one loop now. Do you know what? I actually do fancy going off somewhere else as well, in fact. I know I said I'd like to do a few loops of the volcano, but I'm thinking now I might go off and just run around a bit. Might make it a bit more interesting rather than just doing loops and loops of the volcano. Even though I said that is what I was going to do, I suppose I should stick to the plan, really. I don't know. Shouldn't there be a big number 1 now? Where's my sign? There we are, 0. So fingers crossed to go through this banner and it should say number 1. Where's my number 1? Well, I've definitely done a loop, haven't I? That is 1 loop. Oh well. Right, we'll go around again because I'm determined to see a number 1 on that sign. Maybe it doesn't work for runners. Check we're still broadcasting. Yeah, still seems to be working. It's good. So like I say, we'll carry on the volcano for one more circuit and then I'll go off somewhere else. I'm determined to see at least the number 1 on that sign. Okay, Martin, up to 138 kilometres now. Must be going for a century. Should really give him a ride on, shouldn't we? There we are. And we've got one back, thank you. Okay, Martin. Kilometres in, nice even steady splits. In real life we're probably running a bit faster than that, but that's okay. And amazingly my heart rate is still a nice steady zone 1. Hopefully that's a testament to my fitness and not an erroneous, dodgy reading. I'm fairly sure it isn't, I'm pretty sure. I feel like that's where I am. This feels very comfortable, very easy. My legs are a bit tired from a long run yesterday, but cardiovascular wise I'm feeling very easy. So that's good. Oh look, and we've just popped up to green. Zone 2. That's probably because I'm talking. Giving this ride on. If I can get my mouse in the right place. Now I've lost where I am. Where am I now? Oh, this is annoying. How funny that I now can't see myself. Back to me. Oh, there we are in the corner there. Thank you. That's funny. Again, if you want to go up to the top of the volcano, you would go straight on there. 81 kilometres for Corvo there from Canada. Pushing out some good watts as well he was then. Maybe it was just a little push up that hill. 3.7 watts per kilo. So an hour and a minute in, covered 9 kilometres, 12 to go to get to the half marathon stage. And I think I might do one more after that. Nice and easy. Not doing anything crazy today. I have to say, if you are running on Zwift and you're on a treadmill and you're running on Zwift, it does make a big difference to have a big screen to watch, because you do get more immersed in the run in the virtual world. I remember some time ago I was running using my phone, and it was just a tiny little phone screen in front of me, and I really felt like I was just running on a treadmill. I wasn't really immersed in the game, in the environment. With a big screen, that's much more obvious. It's much easier to do, to kind of throw yourself into, I must run to the next tree, or I'll run around the next bend. because you can see it. Obviously it's much clearer in front of you, so I do recommend, if you can, stretch to a really big screen in front of you to run with or to cycle with. It really does help. I know a lot of people hate running on a treadmill, they call it the dreadmill or whatever, but you've got to get your mind off the treadmill and into the world, but into something. You know, a lot of people watch TV or something when they're running, and that's fine, but if you're running on Zwift, immerse yourself in the game. Try and imagine that you are actually running around the volcano or wherever it might be. So J Pozzo now on 46.5 kilometres, Corriveau on 84.7, and M Ewers on 56 kilometres. So some, and Martin on 145 kilometres. So really pushing it with the mileage, these guys today on the volcano. $10K. Look at those splits. Look at that heart rate. That's what I like to see. So for a half marathon, that's halfway now. So if we double our time there, 2 hours and 20 minutes, we should finish the half. Depends if I speed up a bit in the next section. Certainly not going to speed up just yet, but I might speed up nearer the end. But it's going to be around about 2 hours 20 minutes for the half marathon, and I might add another kilometre onto that. Since Zwift introduced an update, they've done some achievement awards. So thanks for the ride on, buddy. You can have one back if I can find my mouse cursor. There he goes. Yeah, so since that update, you now get an award, an achievement award for running a half marathon, well, for running 10k, a half marathon and a marathon. Now, I don't know, people who know me, who've watched me before, you know that I've done a marathon on Zwift, but I haven't actually got to the half marathon or the marathon achievement awards because I did my marathon before that update happened. So I'm looking forward to seeing the half marathon achievement award pop up in the next hour and 10 minutes, and then we'll do a marathon another day, but not today. Okay, actually, let's see if we can get up. Still not saying one, is it? No, still at 0. Never mind. Maybe that only works for bikes then. Okay, we're now running at 10 kilometers an hour, according to Zwift. So if I do the next 10 kilometers in an hour, that brings us in at 1:15, 1 hour, 2 hours 15. So the heart rate's going to go up now, but the splits are going to be faster, marginally faster. Don't need to go quite that fast. Keep it relatively sedate, we're not going to go crazy. Difficult to get it to settle, isn't it, on a one pace for any significant time. Bump it up again a bit. So Kay Martin only has 10k to go and he's done his 100 miles. Now, I was thinking about going off, wasn't I? Let's do that. Let's go off. Because we're obviously not clocking up the laps. That's 2 laps of the volcano, but it still said 0 on the lap counter, so obviously it doesn't work for running. Have a word with John Mayfield about that. Right, now we can just go where we want to go. So heart rate is definitely a bit higher now that we've just hit 12 kilometers, 9 to go to the half marathon, and we now probably will stay in the green zone, zone 2, for most of the rest of the run. I do definitely feel like I've upped the pace, working a bit harder now, but still relatively comfortable. I mean, my half marathon PB is 1:25, so obviously 2 hours 15 for a half marathon shouldn't be any problem for me at all. I always find some people think it's easier running on a treadmill. I think it's harder. Of course, now we've gone off the volcano, we're going to miss K Martin doing his century ride. Never mind. Sorry about that, mate. Heart rate's doing well again, back down in the blue. You shouldn't talk too much. If I talk, heart rate goes up. That's a nice view of the volcano. This is the Italian village. We'll come to a fountain in a minute and we'll have another choice as to what way to turn. I think we'll turn right. That's another nice view. Italian village, volcano. Sailing boats in the harbour, very nice. nice view of the waterfall, and here's the fountain just up ahead, and we're turning right through another part of the Italian village. I don't know if is that two Italian villages or are they two separate things? I don't know. Anyway, there we are. That's nice with the bridge in the background. So now we're on the original Watopia island. This, although we're running in the opposite direction to what you would normally go, but this, when Zwift, well, there was an original island called Jarvis Island, or Zwift Island. That was a little 5k loop, that was retired, and this island came into being about 2.5 years ago, and these are the original roads now that we're running on. Okay, so Maggie, or our Maggie, is on 151.8 kilometres. So he or she is doing 100 miles as well. So there's a few people clocking up the mileage tonight on Watopia. We'll give Maggie a ride on as well, shall we, while we're here? There we go. Do we think she's called Maggie? I think she is, because she would have a capital letter, wouldn't she, on the letter A. So I reckon she's called Maggie. But good on her. Nearly 100 miles there. 10k to go. Just under. Let's see how we're doing on the old broadcast, see, make sure we're still doing it. Okay, so it looks like my thing's frozen, doesn't it? So I need to slow down and stop and see if I can get it back. This happened before. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit annoying. Right, why has it stopped? That's me there. But for some reason, Zwift has stopped sending. Why is that? Let's try and rejig this a bit, shall we? It's very annoying. And this happened the other day as well. Right, let's try again. capture specific window. No, see, it's frozen. Ah, it's so annoying. Ah, multi-adapter compatibility. Right, okay. That looks like it may well have sorted it. Okay, so I've learned something today. I have learned that on OBS broadcasting software, don't put multi-adapter compatibility tick box, because your screen will freeze. That's been frozen for about 2 kilometers. A bit frustrating, but never mind. So let's get back to running our half marathon after that little intermission. Actually, while we're here, while we're stopped, a little drink. Note the old logo, the old Zwift logo there. That's the new Zwift logo. So hopefully now we should be back on. Good. Okay. Right, let's get running again. Sorry about that little intermission. 7 kilometers to go to hit the half marathon. Squeaking is a lot more, isn't it, when I just start running again, because I need to get into the swing of it. Alright, let's get back to it, come on. Okay, 6k to go to get our half marathon achievement award. Heart rate is still doing really nicely. Stepped it up a bit now because of the problem I had with the stuck screen. So we've lost a couple of minutes there really. So I might see if I can get that back in the last 5k. So if you can notice, I've got a bike headlight there, look. See the light on the floor? It's a little remnant from being on a bike. Some little programming glitch. So the next turn off, I'll turn off, and that'll take us onto the dirt road by the harbour, I think, if memory serves correctly. Okay, so that's 10 miles done. 16 kilometers is 10 miles. 3.1 miles to go. That's 5k. So let's bump it up a bit more. See if we can bang this out now. When I say bang it out, I mean we just go a little bit faster. It's a group route. I think you meant to say group ride. So we're well and truly established in the green, zone 2 now. May even get to zone 3 because I've pushed it up a bit. Well done. 100, well done. Good job. Well done, Maggie. I could type a message, but I won't. Shall I type a message if I can? Let's see if I can type a message while I'm running. Oh, look at that, well doing, Mag. Oh, for God's sake, what is the matter with me? And of course my message has got lost in all the fuss there. So at the bottom of this hill, there's a big hill coming up now. At the bottom of the hill, I can turn right and go under the water through the glass tunnels. So if you've not seen that before, that's worth having a look at. That 100-metre sign just means it's 100 metres to the banner to finish the Com, King of the Mountain. Some really good views, aren't there? That's so cool. Always impressed by the bike sculptures there. They've been there since day one of Autopia. 20 minutes. Sorry? Yes. So I suppose if I've just told my wife I'm going to be 20 minutes, I better crank it up a bit more to make sure I get 22 kilometres in, not just 21. So there we are, 18 kilometres done. 3 more kilometres to go to hit 21 and the half marathon. So let's knock it up now again. So we're just approaching the bottom of the hill now. We need to go a little loop under and then we turn right. You can see the loop there. Go under that loop and then we turn to that right. You can see the right turn there. And we'll go off under the water. Right, so now we've hit the yellow zone for the first time, zone 3. I guess we're going to hit that a couple more times before this run is finished. That's a good view of the roads. So all our kilometres need to be under 5 minutes now to meet the target I set with my wife. Ooh. slipping back a bit on the treadmill. Two hours of running completed. See, if I wasn't looking at Zwift, I would find it very hard to do 2 hours solid on the treadmill in a shed in my back garden. That's got to count for something. It's okay to go to hit our half marathon achievement. It's not the fastest half marathon ever run, but do you know what? Who really cares? So dropping down into the tunnel now. Right, let's really bump this last kilometre up a bit. Maybe go to 14 kilometres an hour. .6 then, if you like. Alright, let's go to 15 then. Oh, alright. That's a bit weird, isn't it? I went faster and that went slower. That is weird. So I think a half marathon is just over 21k. So 400 metres to go. So we've jumped into the orange zone. We are pushing it now. We'll bash out 1 more kilometre after this. Half marathon done. I bet I don't get one. There we go. 13.1 miles in a single session. Achievement unlocked. 21.08 kilometres. 800 metres to go. You can see my heart's working a lot harder now. Not massively hard, but definitely tempo hard. So we're not an anaerobic. Meters to go at this pace, and then we'll jog out for another 200. There you go. Oh, it was good. Enjoyed that. Nice and slow, no need to rush. Having done a marathon yesterday along the hills of the South Downs in the UK, Sussex, there's no way I was going to bang out a fast half marathon today. So it's nice to just push it a bit at the end there. There we go. That'll do. 22.5 kilometres across Watopia, around the volcano, around the old roads, and a little bit along the tunnels under the water to the boardwalk. Really enjoyable. Now it's time for a shower and my dinner. So there we go, you see. 22.5 kilometres, time is 2:16, burned 1,341 calories approximately. 0 gradient climb, runners don't feel gradient. It's not part of Zwift running as yet. And heart rate, average heart rate of 116, and because we pushed it a bit at the end, it did go up and got up to about 150, 160 maybe, something like that. So there we are. And that's it. End run. Little show you a little route round there twice and round there. That's what I did. And we got 2 ride-ons from Carl Martin, who hopefully did his 100 miles, and from Mr. Koravu from Canada. And we gave 3 ride-ons as well. Kay Martin did her. Now where's that Maggie? Didn't I give Maggie? Maybe she's called N. Smith. I gave her a ride-on. Anyway. Oh, that's who I ran with, not who I gave ride-ons to. Okay. Right. There we are. Thanks very much for watching, guys. And we'll see you for the next Zwift rides and runs, or Zwift race. We do racing on Zwift. We do workouts on Zwift. So if you ever want to come and watch those, please do. We'll see you again. Take care. Bye.